But what? No, I was gonna make a video on what we learned today. Okay, so.
Where'd the ashtray go?
Well, mainly about achieving your dreams by dedication and focus, not being diverted by bullshit that you think has something to do with it. But the anxiety thing that I keep pulling, it's one of the tarot cards. I can't remember. It might be like Page of Wands or something. But it's kind of like saying this restlessness in us, this inner, the fragile stirrings of the fire that we feel, and a lot of people just misinterpret it as like social anxiety and insecurity because society abhors creativity and ingenuity and innovative thought, right? So when people feel this restlessness, this anxiety of being pulled away from what you're doing, which is wrong inherently, like living off the slavery of other people and just destroying the earth with every action we take, we're gonna get anxiety because we weren't built to tolerate that. It's a cancer to our inner psyche. And this anxiety, this restlessness stirring is creativity. And then they trick us. And they understand the human psychology, so they give us substitutes, right? Whether it's drugs to subside the feelings, whether it's video games to give the illusion of creativity, right? Meanwhile, I want my entire life to be like an expression of creativity in video game. Like every action I take either raises my power or diminishes it in some way, or gives me a skill, or brings me guilt, or whatever. So it's like every action I'm so conscious of on this road of evolutionary thought that I'm on, right? And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that because anxiety is like killer, and even though I know all these things, I still wake up, feeling nauseous, feeling overwhelmed, and I have to make sure that there's a certain kind of routine without being stagnant or dogmatic, because I'm one of the most least routine person you'll know. But it's really important to not give your fresh soul that just woke up toxins, whether it be food, humans, interactions, even where you sleep, the things that you think about, like, is really important in the morning when you're starting your new soul after being in the dream world for like 10 years sometimes, right? Feels like. So, water is really good. Monks practice this, they drink water, and then half an hour later after their stomachs are awake, digesting, they put something in there. And just being like, even alone for a couple hours when you wake up is really good to get to know yourself so that you can operate more efficiently during the day with more of a purpose and a passion and a confidence and an itinerary of a vision of like, okay, this is where I'm going, this is what I want in a week, and in a year, these are the tasks I have to accomplish. And that's why it's so easy to get thrown off focus, because you got like all this other stuff. And then people's idea of fun, come to this bar, come to this thing. And meanwhile, I'm like, well, I got 5 people at home that really need my help right now, right? So it's like, if you're not strong-minded in your purpose, in your path, you'll get swept away with even your best friends, right? Because it's not about manipulation or evil. It's about your own control. And no one can really manipulate you if you can see through it, right? So this card is really big and it keeps coming up, and I just wanted to like give that perspective into those weird tremblings inside that we can't really put a finger on, but it's like anxiety just fills you up, stomach to head, and makes you immobile sometimes. Like, I think we all kind of experience different forms of that, and depression. It's all kind of linked to your soul saying, fuck off, find something to utilize yourself for unselfishly. Like, no tree lives to serve itself. The rivers run, for everything else. The sun doesn't shine for itself, and we are all part of a body, and a hand needs to do what a hand needs to do. It can't just, victimize itself its whole life. And that was another card that got pulled today. It was the Inuit goddess for the sea and for wisdom, and it said, it's not about why is this happening to me. You got to focus on the why and your accountability and your actions and what you can do about it, and like to see broader than just inside your own small dome of perspective. This is my house, this is what I do on the daily. Yeah, but what are you doing for the future? Like, what are you building that's going to end up being created by the end of your creative abilities? Because eventually we'll all get kind of lazy and tired and lie around in the fields with the cows. Anyone else have something to say about that? I would like to take comments and questions that people feel about this and extrapolate, and we could do more videos and call-ins and Skypes and stuff like that and discuss it, because it's like curious. I'm really curious what neurological, enhancements that we can do ourselves with our brains and to enhance our creative abilities, because we have the potential to create something so much beautiful in this world, sustainably, healthily, abundance, a mixture of like all the indigenous practices with this amazing non-harmful technology that we have now that can save lives, and we just need to get over this childish egoic ownership. It's an insecurity that is bred by this illusion of scarcity. They took away our natural food growth and then gave us grocery stores that cost lots of fossil fuels to bring over from other countries. Quinoa, I was explaining earlier, it's grown in another country, and because we're so obsessed with it, now the prices are raised, and they're having trouble, with their own farms and being able to get their own products, because we're very selfish and closed-minded here. So there's a lot of things to think about. Bye.